What's up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be reacting to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Firstly, more big updates on the possible return of Lionel Messi next summer in 2023. Apparently, Xavi is requesting for his signing as a player, but Joan Laporta and Messi's relationship is still not quite good at the moment. Laporta wants more time, build the relationship up, and then try and get Messi to join as a free agent. But Messi, very quiet. He will not decide anything, will not talk to anyone until minimum at least after the World Cup in the winter. But again, his arrival is still very difficult, but the club right now are starting to make a plan to possibly bring in Messi next summer as a free agent. But for now, the club want to finalize their signings for the summer. All they need now after signing Jules Koundé as a center back is a new right back and a new left back. The right back, of course, is Azpilicueta, and his transfer is very imminent, despite the fact that Chelsea and Barcelona don't really have a good relationship this window. Barcelona and Chelsea are in advanced negotiations for the sale of Azpilicueta, and also the club are looking for a new left back. Marcos Alonso, number one priority there, but again, the tension could be a problem there. The club do have backup options in Chao Enrique and also having Galan, but also don't rule out the option of Alejandro Balde as well. But of course, with players coming in, they've already all come in basically. The club right now are 100% focused on departures after the US tour. We have updates on Neto, Mingueza, Umtiti, Pjanic, Abde, Braithwaite, Ricky Puig, the lot of them. But of course, the two big updates on Memphis and Frenkie. Firstly, on Memphis, the club have told them, look, we appreciate what you've done, but you will not be playing this season. It's time now for you to go. Memphis said, look, I will leave for a top club or let me go for free. For Frenkie, again, two options on the table: reduce your salary and stay, or leave the club this summer. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get the 300 likes in this video. It'd be very much appreciated. Also, if you're new, make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Let's start off with the transfer news over the past 24 hours. The first player that we have been linked with is Cesar Azpilicueta, who at the moment is the next transfer target for Barcelona after completing the operation for Jules Koundé, which hopefully by the time I upload this video is official. If it's not, Koundé is on the verge of Barcelona, as you all probably know. After that deal is complete now, the next target is Azpilicueta, and his deal is still very close to completion. Toto Costa came out saying that Barcelona are very advanced in the signing of Azpilicueta from Chelsea. Negotiations with Chelsea for a transfer for a relatively cheap figure are ongoing. Juan Martí came out saying that Barcelona are confident of signing Cesar Azpilicueta despite the tension with Chelsea and Barcelona at the moment. Jonathan Miro came out saying that it's harder to believe at the current moment. Almost everything is ready for Azpilicueta to become a Barcelona player. Again, the club have been working on this deal for a very long time, since January. Again, back in January 2022, personal terms were agreed with Azpilicueta, and we are currently almost at the end of July and the deal is not done yet. Now, the big question has been, will Barcelona and Chelsea relationship affect this deal? As we all know, we have now our 5-0 up against Chelsea in terms of transfers, with the likes of Rafinha, Lewandowski, Koundé, all these players, Dembele as well. Is there, bad tension between Barcelona and Chelsea? Will Chelsea prevent this deal from happening from stubbornness from Barcelona absolutely dominating them in the transfer window? That's not really the case. Juan Martí came out saying the relationship between Barcelona and Chelsea directors are still good despite clashing for transfer targets. The Azpilicueta deal has gone longer than expected, but the green light will be coming soon. Again, everyone's saying, look, this deal will happen at some point. When that point will come, we have no idea. It could be tomorrow, after tomorrow, next week. I think it'll get done, of course, before the João Gamper match on August the 6th. If it's not done by then bloody hell, we're moving slowly. But I think with now Koundé getting finalized hopefully over the next 24 hours, we have another week or so to get Azpilicueta in. I think that will be no problem whatsoever. But again, the transfer of Azpilicueta is very imminent. All we're waiting for right now is the green light from Chelsea. Now, along with a right back, the club are also looking for a new left back this summer to provide cover, maybe some competition as well with Jordi Alba. And again, since January almost, the target in that position has been Marcos Alonso. But again, the big question now is, will Chelsea sell the player to us? Again, we still want the player. Xavi wants him, the board wants him, and also Alonso wants to join as well. The Telegraph in the UK have come out saying that Alonso is keen on joining Barcelona this summer and will do everything in his power to make that happen. Keep in mind, Alonso handed in a transfer request, I believe, a few weeks ago. So again, now there's a mediator involved. You have to get into that operation. Again, the club want him on the cheap side. We're paying for Azpilicueta around 4 million euros plus 2 in variables. They want to do around the same amount of money for Marcos Alonso as well, maybe 6 plus 2. 5+3, 5+4, somewhere around there. No chance we're getting in the double digits, because if we are, might as well just move on to another target who is clearly better, or bring in Alonso as cheap cover for 1 to 2 years, not to invest too much money, just to bring someone in with experience who can come in, Jordi Alba gets injured, suspended, whatever it may be, and can do a job there. So Alonso definitely number one target without a shadow of a doubt. But Chelsea may only give us Azpilicueta, and if we do, then we're still going to be in the market for a left back. And of course, with Barcelona, there are alternative options. Now, currently for Marcos Alonso, Gerard Miro came out saying that Alejandro Balde is an option to be Jordi Alba's backup left back if Marcos Alonso or Chao Enrique do not arrive. It's very clear now in the media that Chao Enrique is the clear backup option for Marcos Alonso. I think mainly because his agent is Deco. Of course, Deco made some absolutely wonderful moves to bring us Rafinha. That's maybe be a favor for him as well, and also a good deal for us. I think Chao Enrique is not too bad of a fullback. But Alejandro Balde, apparently we're gonna go for Chao Enrique, maybe another option or two. If we don't get anyone, Alejandro Balde will be the backup left back. And for me, I'm not too fussed about it. All I ask for is this: when we need to rotate and we need, injury, you put Alejandro Balde in. Don't put Des left back, Roberto right back, all this nonsense, switch formations, just have to play Alejandro Balde. He needs minutes. And they're also, Jordan Miro said that if we do get a backup left back, Alejandro Balde will go out on loan, which of course for me is fantastic news. I think he has great potential, but again, needs more minutes than he had the last few seasons. I swear last few seasons he had I'd be shocked he had more than 180 minutes the whole entire season for the first team, which of course is unacceptable. So we'll wait and see. I think right now, clear as day, Alonso's number one target, and also Chao Enrique is the backup. But there is, of course, that one big option that we've been talking about since back in March, and that's the option of Javi Galan. Gabriel Sanz Deportivo came out saying that Celta Vigo are currently asking for the 18 million euro release clause for Javi Galan, who is seen as one of the alternatives to Marcos Alonso, although there are others as well. There are currently no negotiations between the clubs at the moment, but Barcelona would try to lower his price. So again, if you get news about Celta Vigo and Barcelona negotiating, because again, Barcelona don't want to pay 18 million euros for Javi Galan, I think a fair price for him would be 10 million euros plus 5 in variables. I think that's not a bad offer, but again, Celta Vigo with the upper hand, they're currently asking for his release clause, which at the moment in the left back market is not too bad. Here's the big question though: do you go for Javi Galan 18 million euros or Chao Enrique for around 20 million euros? That's the big question right now. I think if it comes down to it, the club will go for Enrique to do a favor for Deco. But we'll have to wait and see how this develops. Again, Marcos Alonso is still the clear favorite. The club want him, Xavi wants him, the player wants to move. But again, now it does depend on Chelsea. Do they want to sell us one of their backup left backs? If not, we'll go for other options. If those options don't work out, it will be Alejandro Balde as a backup left back for Jordi Alba. And despite the fact that Barcelona have signed Jules Koundé as their center back for this summer, the club are still in the market for a center back, but for next summer in the free agent category, i.e. Inigo Martinez, who of course was one of the backup options for Koundé. That operation failed. He was next in line to come in, but again, the club are still keen on him as a free agent next summer. Relevo came out saying the renewal of Inigo Martinez is still stalled with Athletic Bilbao. He still prefers Barcelona and has told the club this, but still the Athletic board will keep trying to keep him. Barcelona is in touch with Inigo Martinez, and Xavi has let him know that he still has him in his plans for next season. Again, free agent, don't mind it. If this is only if PK leaves, if PK stays till his contract actually expires in 2024, I would go absolutely nowhere near this. I think the club are still in that standpoint as well. This for me is a clear indication of a PK replacement for next season. Free agent experience, great energy, great strongness, great leadership on that pitch, as you all probably know. But there have been reports coming out from Sport, as you all know, Sport, I just can't even describe them. But they came out with a big bombshell, which I think it needs to be discussed, but I'm not worried that this will happen, of course, this summer. They came out saying that Xavi has told Barcelona to sign both Jules Koundé and Inigo Martinez. Xavi wants Araujo, Koundé, and Inigo Martinez to form a back three as a possible formation for next season. Now, it says they're possible formations, so it won't be our starting formation. We won't be playing through the back every single week. Maybe, against a team that's maybe stronger than us, maybe against, low block, maybe against, whatever it may be, through the back is an option. Couple things. One, this will not happen. I will tell you guys this for a fact. Once we sign Jules Koundé, Azpilicueta left back, and then Barcelona transfer market is done, unless, of course, Frenkie de Jong leaves, we go for Bernardo Silva. We're not going for Inigo Martinez. Secondly, you have Andreas Christensen, who is, I would say, a mastermind, a great player in the back three. This man has been playing in the back three for Chelsea for years now. He's experienced, he's strong there. Why go for Inigo Martinez and then you spend, let's say 30 million at the bare minimum, because of course the athletic club don't want to sell him, when you have Christensen? For me, that makes no sense. I think Araujo, Koundé, Christensen as a back three is wonderful in my opinion, but we'll wait and see. Again, I think that option for him next summer as a free agent is wide open. Maybe Xavi wants him now to give him a season earlier to adapt. Who knows? But keep your eyes on Inigo Martinez coming to Barcelona in the future. Now, one of the biggest topics over the past 24 hours has been the rumors about the possible return of Leo Messi to Barcelona next summer 2023 when his current PSG contract expires. Apparently, Xavi has told the board that he wants him next summer. We do have some quick updates about this. First, coming in from Sport, they came out saying that Barcelona want to reestablish a good relationship with Leo Messi again in order for him to return to the club. Xavi wants him in his team, and the goal is for him to return in 2023. Currently, all scenarios are open. Candaceiro came out saying that Barcelona's relationship with Leo Messi is still broken, but the club has the will to recover the relationship and make contact with him. Barcelona wants him to return at the club one day. His return as a player, though, will depend on Xavi. Like I said in yesterday's video, or whenever I uploaded the last time for the transfer video, I think it was 2 days ago, I'll say it again. Too early. He's not even entering the final year of his contract yet. He hasn't been a year anniversary yet of him at PSG, and we're already hearing concrete rumors about him coming back. After the World Cup, the floodgates will open. Once those reports come out after the World Cup, that's when my eyebrows will be, open and all that sort of stuff. I'll be really attentive. But at the moment, for me, too early. I think Messi will not even consider his future until the World Cup ends, whether he wins it, loses it, whatever it may be. But again, I would keep an eye on PSG winning the Champions League. If they do win the Champions League, I think Leo Messi will stay one more year at PSG and then maybe come back for Barcelona 1 year, then retire, or maybe just retire straight after that, go back to maybe News Old Boys. He'll come back to the club one day, whether it be, sporting director. Of course, he mentioned that in the past as well, technical secretary, the role right now, Jordi Cruyff, he wants to do that maybe in the future. He'll come back to the club at some point. And again, Lionel Laporta wants to give him a proper farewell, which of course he fully deserves. Will he come back as a player? Is there a chance? Absolutely. Will Xavi say yes to it? Absolutely. Xavi is not stupid. But if you think about our attacking line right now, you have Dembele, Rafinha, Lewandowski, Aubameyang, Varane, and Ansu. For Messi to come back, you cannot renew Aubameyang's contract. He'll leave as a free agent. Then you can bring in Messi. Then you can complete that try and trusted trio. And then you have Collado, Abde, all the other scenarios as well. I think if Messi were to come back, it could be only for 1 year. I doubt he would sign a 2-year contract, maybe 1 year, proper send up. I think if he's gonna come back and say, this is my final season. We win the treble, I don't care. I'm not coming back. One last dance. Let's go for it. Let's go for the treble. But if we win it, I'm not gonna stay. Yada yada. But wait and see. Like I just already said, it is too early to call in my opinion. But then again, since Messi's a Barcelona legend, these reports will be coming out every single day until a decision will be made in the future. So keep your eyes on Messi possibly returning. But again, it is still very complicated at the moment. Let's now discuss the players who have been rumored to leave Barcelona over the past 24 hours. Now, with Barcelona finalizing their last, few signings for this summer, with Azpilicueta, Koundé, left back coming in, the club now are focused on departures. The reports are coming in saying that after the US tour, the club will be very focused on departures from the current squad to make some, squad room space and of course space in the wage bill as well. Let's go through it quickly. We got, a lot of updates on a lot of, Deadwood. Maybe the two big updates, of course, on Memphis and Frenkie, which we'll do separately. Firstly, Deadwood in a quick fire fashion. Neto up first. Miro came out saying that Fulham does not really convince Neto, although they're ready to pay a transfer fee for him. Napoli are interested, but only if he arrives on a free deal. Neto also has offers from clubs in France and Spain as well. Now, Fulham are going for Bernd Leno from Arsenal, so that's out of the question. I think Napoli right now is our only chance. Again, free agent, no problem whatsoever. Terminate his contract, bada bing, bada boom. I think Neto will leave. There's a lot of interest. France and Spain clubs also interested as well. He has options, and I think he should leave and will leave the club this summer. Not too worried about him at the moment. I think right now, actually, his departure is the most advanced out of all the Deadwood players. So wait and see on Neto, but again, he does have ambitions to leave, and the club are desperate to get rid of his 125,000 euros per week wages off the wage bill. Next up, staying in defense, of course, Samuel Umtiti. The Mirror came out saying that Samuel Umtiti's exit is quite complicated. It's hard for him to find a team that wants him due to his knee injuries. Meanwhile, there's nothing new on Ricky Pocha. Whatever. On Umtiti, look, I'm getting worried. we all know that next summer we have the option to terminate his contract by mutual consent. The club have agreed a price next summer between him, the club and Umtiti have agreed a price to terminate his contract next summer, 2023. That's what the club want to loan him out this summer, terminate next summer. I think he will leave. I'm still fairly confident. Again, we got Koundé, Araujo, Christensen, Eric Garcia, Piqué. You are 6th choice center back in a 2 center back formation. You've got, even with injuries and suspension, you've got no chance. He knows that. He wants to leave, but again, clubs are, speculating and don't want to take the risk on his freaking knee. I mean, how many times have I heard this crap, same day, different crap? I mean, my God. Anyways, when it's Umtiti, again, it's going to be complicated, of course. No one said it's going to be easy. It looked like Rennes was going to be, our bailout, get out of jail free card. That's not the reality anymore. So we'll wait and see. Hopefully in August, when clubs start to get desperate, someone will take a gamble on Umtiti. I definitely do believe there are clubs interested, but Umtiti does not want to go to those clubs who are interested in him. Like, for example, maybe Besiktas and Fenerbahce. So wait and see on Umtiti. But again, his exit, as per usual, will be complicated next vendor. Oscar Mingueza. Sport came out saying that Celta Vigo, Real Valladolid, Girona, Getafe, Galatasaray, AK Athens, Hoffenheim are all interested in Mingueza. I mean, bloody hell, Mingueza. Pick a choice for frack's sake. Like, my God. He prefers to stay in La Liga, though. Barcelona could lower their initial €5 million asking price to facilitate his exit. Again, just like in the last transfer video, the price tag is right now the issue with Mingueza. If he was a free agent, he would have been long gone by now. But the club want to make some money. We'll wait and see. Again, the club that want him, it's all over the place. Right here, even Brighton in the Premier League, all this crap. Valencia, I've heard as well. So many clubs. I mean, just get rid of him. Do like a 3+2, $3 million transfer fee, $2 million variables, buyback clause, but future sell-on clause. Add all that crap in there and get this deal done. Now into the midfield with Miralem Pjanic. For me, this is a big one. Jordan Miro came out saying that Miralem Pjanic has offers from Saudi Arabia and the Qatari leagues and also from the MLS as well. And Napoli are also interested in him as well, but only on a certain condition of the player arriving on a free deal. So again, interest is there, similar to Neto, I think. Once the U.S. tour ends, we'll get more concrete news about Miralem Pjanic, and also Juan Martin came out saying that Barcelona will talk with Pjanic after the tour and they'll try to convince him the same as they will Memphis Depay. He will not play a leading role and is expected to leave the club this summer. Let's hope so. Again, he's been coming out doing interviews. I'm going to show you guys the old Pjanic. I had COVID. I didn't train. Coleman didn't like me. Blah, 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 blah. Mate. Gavi, Pedri, Nico, Busquets, Kessie, Frenkie de Jong, Cesar Roberto. There's 7 right there ahead of you already in a 3 midfielder formation. You've got no chance. Absolutely, we could have 3 red cards in the injury. You still won't make it. I'm pretty sure Xavi will pick someone from La Masia or from Barcelona Athletic over you. Let's be honest. So he's got no chance on €300,000 per week. We need to get rid of him ASAP. Let's hope the club can convince him. I think it will be difficult for him to sign with Umtiti, but again, Miralem Pjanic, I know for a fact does have ambitions. Let's hope he bloody leaves alongside this man as well. Martin Braithwaite. Jordan Miro came out saying that Martin Braithwaite has 2 offers from the Premier League, while Getafe and Rayo Vallecano asked about the player as well. This Braithwaite case really pisses me off because he's like, I want to stay, me. I guarantee you one of those offers are from Brighton. I think he would do great in Brighton. I think he would do really well in Ajax, but apparently Ajax have him kind of low on their striker option list. I mean, here's what I do with Martin Braithwaite. If he does not leave, I will freeze his blood clot out of the squad completely, take away his number, pay him, of course, his wages, because, screw him, and hopefully he does not go to the World Cup with Denmark. If this man has ambition to play in his, maybe win his final few World Cups, he has got to go out and play, unless, well, to be honest, Denmark are absolutely shy. They may end up taking him even though he doesn't play, so, I mean, talk about options. He's got, we talked about Miralem Pjanic and Umtiti having no chance. Braithwaite has, like, this vomit that I just threw up right now probably has a better chance of getting into the Barcelona front 3 than Martin Braithwaite. I mean, bloody hell. We'll wait and see on Martin Braithwaite. Again, his departure I think will be difficult alongside Umtiti. Well, I think those 2 will be the top 2. I think Pjanic, once the window comes down, I think he will end up leaving, but I think Braithwaite and Umtiti will be the most 2 difficult ones to get rid of. Now, of course, we're going to talk about some youngsters who could be leaving the club this summer. Firstly, in Abde, Jordan Miro came out saying that Abde will renew his contract with Barcelona and then he'll be loaned out. Sevilla is one of the teams interested in the player as well. So we could see him being involved in the Koundé operation. As recording this video, it's not been confirmed yet. You never know. I think, again, Xavi prefers Collado. That's the reality. And again, with our forward options, if, this Volma can get in ahead of Braithwaite, I mean, I think Abde will get in ahead of Braithwaite and the vomit, let's be honest here, but I think, again, he's got no chance, even with injuries coming in. Collado preferred, I think because Collado is a bit more versatile, right wing, left wing, center forward, worst case scenario, can also play in as an interior in the midfield as well. In the end, let's loan him out. He'll develop, he'll get maybe better, of course. We could even maybe sell him for a good price, or we can bring him back in and say, for example, Ousmane Dembele is not renewing his contract. You have that option of Abde as well. So we'll wait and see, but again, basically confirmed at this point that Abde will be going out on loan this summer. Now, speaking of Collado, we do have an update on Collado as well. Jordan Miro came out saying that there are loan offers for Collado at the moment, but the player prefers to wait and see what happens with his future with Xavi. Again, will Collado accept being, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... fifth or sixth choice winger, and then what, 1, 2, 3, fourth choice interior? I mean, if he accepts it, I think Xavi will be happy to keep him. There are reports coming out saying that Collado will be staying, he will be getting a first team number, and also he will be renewing his contract as well for 1 year. So I think Collado might end up staying, but again, if he goes out on loan, I would not be too fussed about that either. So we'll wait and see with Collado. There is someone else also in the same bracket as Collado, and that is Arnau Tenas. Gerard Miro came out saying that Arnau Tenas has received offers from La Liga and La Liga Smart Bank clubs as well, so the first division and second divisions. Now, if that first division is offering the first choice goalkeeper, I'd be looking into that, because of course Inigo Martinez will be the backup. Ter Stegen will be the first one. Do you want to keep Arnau Tenas as a third choice? Because again, Arnau Tenas, he's being compared to Valdez. He has excellent potential. We've seen him a lot over the past few years. Passing out from the back is superb. Saves as well. I'd love to loan him out as well. But again, we'll have to wait and see with Rafael Marquez decides with the Barcelona athletic side. But again, Arnau Tenas does have the option to leave the club this summer on loan. And finally, now let's discuss the two main departures around Barcelona over the past 24 hours, who hopefully will generate the most revenue in their sale if they are sold this summer. And that's, of course, Memphis Depay and Frenkie de Jong. Firstly, Memphis Depay, they're having some big developments over the past 24 hours. Firstly, Gerard Miro's come out saying that Xavi has told Memphis Depay that it'll be hard for him to get minutes in the team this season. The club wants around 15 to 20 million euros for the player. Depay does have offers from clubs in Italy, England, and also France. Juan Martí came out saying that Barcelona are confident that Memphis Depay will agree to leave. They hope that the fierce competition that comes in the Dutchman will serve to convince him to seek more promise elsewhere. So again, the club are writing on the fact that Memphis Depay is very, very ambitious, star player, wants to play week in, week out. They hope with that factor that they can get rid of him this summer. Now, of course, Jordan Miro came out saying that Italian, England, and France clubs are interested in Memphis Depay. What those clubs are, we still don't know, but we do know some clubs that have been rumored that, of course, now have been declined. Fabrizio Romano came out saying that Tottenham Hotspur are not interested in Memphis Depay as of now, and there also have been no contacts with Manchester United either. I think a return to United would be very, very good for Memphis. I think that's his time. He wants to, redeem himself after that poor stint that he had last time. But again, Tottenham, nothing. Man United, no contact. There could be, something there as well. But Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Juventus are one of the clubs interested in Memphis Depay, according to reports in Italy. And of course, Barcelona want 20 million euros to sell him. Now, there are reports coming out saying that Memphis Depay wants to leave on free. He came for free, leave for free. Makes sense. I think Joan Laporta understands Memphis Depay's request, but the club want money for him. But I will say this: I think the club, worst case scenario, will give him the letter of freedom. I think in the end they want to give that number 9 to Lewandowski. The attack is fully stocked. His wages are 100k per week plus bonuses that could rise, I think, 180. So I think in the end the club will let him go for free, but they will first try to sell him. I think they will sell him. If they do sell him, they will be selling him on the cheap. I'd say 10 million euros. I think Arsenal, that'd be a great move. I think Juventus as well, maybe like a Borussia Dortmund. Ajax, I don't think Messi will go to Ajax, although I think that would be a fantastic move for him as well. I think there are a lot of clubs out there that are on the rise who need a striker or maybe a false 9. Keep in mind, Memphis will play as a striker, false 9, right and left, anywhere along that front 4. To be honest, Arsenal screams at me a lot. I think he'd be brilliant for Arsenal, but we'll wait and see on Memphis. I think the club, in the end, like the reports are saying, they're going to be riding on the fact that he's very, very ambitious. But I'd watch out for him leaving for free. I think that's a very, very high option. I'd say right now it's more likely to leave for free than leave for actual transfer fee. But the club want a transfer fee. We'll wait and see on Memphis. But again, most likely he will leave the club this summer. And the final departure update is, of course, on the departure of Frenkie de Jong, who've been talking about in every single video for the past 3 months. I'm to the depth of it. We know the same situation now for 3 months. I'm so bored of it. But there has been some big news over the past 24 hours. so I will cover it. Firstly, coming in from AES, they've come out saying that Xavi has asked Frenkie de Jong to reduce his salary by 50% if he wants to stay at Barcelona. If he wants to be part of the project, the Dutchman has to make an effort. Sky is blue, grass is green. We already knew that. Now, Juan Martin from Relevo came out saying that there is a meeting between Frenkie de Jong and the staff in the USA. The player was asked to accept a salary reduction to avoid a transfer. The club believes he would. For now, the club don't see him as a center back, despite him playing there for now. Again, like I told you guys in that match review for the Clasico, him playing at center back means absolutely nothing. We had no one there. At all the midfield options, he was the best one to play at center back. Juan Martin also came out saying that at the club there are people who continue to bet on Frenkie de Jong's transfer this summer, while others consider the situation favorable if the player adjusts his contract. From now, there are no open negotiations to resolve it currently. Again, all we've been told right now is the club told him, look, cut your salary if you want to stay. If not, you have to leave the club this summer. Now, here's a big one in my opinion. The Athletic, who of course very, very close to Manchester United in the UK, they've come out saying that Frenkie de Jong does not want to play in the Europa League. Even if Manchester United agreed to pay de Jong's different salary of 17 million euros, he does not want to join them, and also his relationship with Erik Ten Hag is not that special as well. I think it would look so bad on United, man. 3 months of negotiation. We won the 100 million euro package. They brought it down to 85, 75 plus 10. Fully agreed. And the player says, I'd rather play center back at Barcelona than go to United. I mean, there are also reports coming out saying that, he'd rather go to Chelsea than United. He'll go literally anywhere else, any other team in the Champions League, but to go to Manchester United, which I think is a bit odd. Apparently his wife wants to stay in Spain. He does not want to live in Manchester. He doesn't like how the club is run. Does not like the city as well. I mean, bloody hell, mate. I mean, it is what it is. A big one part, in my opinion, from the Athletic report is the Erik Ten Hag relationship not being that special. I think that's just a big slap in the face to Erik Ten Hag as a manager of Manchester United. Now, Ken the have come out saying that Barcelona are clear that if Frenkie de Jong wants to stay, he will have to adapt to the club's salary policy and lower his current wages. The player already knows this, as Barcelona have informed it to him over the past 24 hours. And finally, Inigo Martinez from Cope came out saying that Barcelona have given Frenkie de Jong 2 options. I feel like I'm on repeat, man. I said this like 3 months ago. 1, accept a salary reduction. 2, leave the club this summer as his current salary is unsustainable. Barcelona hope that Frenkie's agent will understand this after the explanation given by Xavi and also the Barcelona board. There are also reports coming out saying that Jordi Cruyff has been handed the task of dealing with Frenkie de Jong, Dutch connection, blah, 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 blah. Look, same crap, different day, right? I mean, no, so lower your salary, stay. Okay. Again, I want to see Bernardo Silva or Frenkie de Jong in my midfield. At the moment, I really don't care who. I kind of want Bernardo to complete this masterclass of a transfer window. But again, the club have to get for Bernardo Silva if Frenkie leaves. Am I happy with Frenkie staying? Absolutely. Have no problem with that whatsoever. Will he reduce his salary? Again, Fabrizio Romano came out saying that nothing has changed with Frenkie de Jong. Does not want to go to United and does not want to reduce his salary with Barcelona. I think Frenkie de Jong now needs to make some movements. It's been the same crap for like the past month. He's said nothing, of course. He's done nothing as well. It's looking bad on him. Again, you're on 400,000 euros per week at Barcelona. They're asking you to just cut that in half and stay at the club. 200,000 euros per week I think is perfectly fair for a player like him. And also, of course, with the new salary policy at Barcelona, they don't want to have any registration problems over the next few years. So it's very, very simple. I don't know why Frenkie de Jong's being so stubborn about it. I want to stay on 400,000 euros per week at Barcelona, and I want my 17 million euros in deferred salary as well. I mean, I was seeing, Barcelona getting slated on Twitter and stuff like that. Look, the club can pay it. The club will pay it if they don't agree to it. Of course, under contract, they ain't going to try to go to court. That's just waste of time. If he stays, he will get paid his deferred salary and his current wages, but there will be some complications. He'll get benched, sit in the stands, no World Cup, no this, no that. Keep in mind, Louis van Gaal will be the World Cup, and he'll be the manager for the Netherlands in the World Cup. He hates when players do not play. So if you don't play, you ain't going. So that's one less World Cup for Frenkie de Jong in his career. He'll have to wait until 2026 for a World Cup. Did he even go in 2018? I don't know if he did or not. Anyways, I'm dragging on too much. What is on Frenkie? Again, the 2 scenarios are on the table. They've been on the table for months now. The question now is, what in God's green earth in the bloody hell will Frenkie do? Now, the final topic that I want to discuss before I end off this video is give you guys a quick update on the possible activation of the 3rd lever. Over the past few weeks, we've been hearing after Barcelona activated the 2nd lever, saying that, we need the 3rd lever to register players and, get the fair play up and, make everything all good for Xavi. But apparently now, that's no longer the case. And Inigo Martinez from Cope came out saying that Barcelona are planning to register the new signings by selling and loaning out players and renegotiating current contracts, i.e. Frenkie de Jong, Piqué, Busi, Jordi Alba. They want to avoid the activation of a third lever, whether it's Barcelona Studios or BLM. It will be done in case of an emergency. So the club right now being very strict with their money. Of course, with this board right now, I'm very happy. They're doing everything to absolute perfection at the moment. They have a backup plan. The main plan: get rid of Neto, Mingueza, Umtiti, Pjanic, Braithwaite, cut Dion's salary, cut Busquets, cut Piqué. That way, they don't have to activate a third lever. But of course, if there are complications, the third lever is there as an emergency plan just in case. So we'll have to wait and see if the club end up activating the third lever or not. But they are hoping for the fact that players will leave and contracts being renegotiated as well. So that was my reaction to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course, leave me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. The main thing I want to firstly is about Messi's possible return. What do you think about it right now? Of course, still early days. Think he'll end up joining the club in next summer or not? Secondly, on Azpilicueta, how imminent do you think his move will be? And also, do you believe that will Alonso come in as well with that tension between Chelsea and Barcelona? Thirdly, of course, and finally, on those sales, mainly, of course, on Frenkie de Jong and Memphis, who will generate the most revenue in their sale if they are sold. What do you think will happen with both these two players? I think one of them will leave, both will leave, or maybe both end up staying. And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Take care, and Forza Barca.